Right, I'm here with Liam Cann, victorious on Polaris 11 against Chris Fishgold. To start, Liam, can you talk me through the match? There were some quite controversial moments. He punched the floor, you covered his mouth. There was a possible bite incident. Bitegate, some might be calling it.
Oh
Can you
God,
talk
yeah,
to me?
Can you imagine if that's the headlines?
Yeah.
11 days notice, fighting one of the best in sport, and did you bite him? Right, no, so the match was exactly as hard as I thought it was going to be. The guy is an absolute monster. I mean, you only have to watch. Dude, I started doing my research and it was like looking at highlight reels. I just got sick of it after like the 15th highlight reel. I was like, I know this guy's a legend. I don't need any more of this now. During the match, it started off, I was planning on coming out and Imanari rolling in, but his space is amazing. He hit me with a great takedown straight off the bat. I was complimenting him for it as I hit the floor. And then he reset the match proactively. So I was like, what an absolute legend. When we've had a really good back and forth on social media, Chris and I mean, he's a true gentleman and he's someone who's just an incredible ambassador for the sport. A real pleasure for me to compete against him. During the match, it started out with me trying to get my leg lock game going, trying to get my my butterfly guard game going, but his hips are just super heavy. It's like wrestling with a brick wall, and it's like sitting underneath a brick wall. And so I tried to take the fight to his game. So I knew he was going to try and wrap my head, jump over. I wanted to show him I wasn't afraid of that, and he's not going to get me with that. I've got good guys in the gym who threaten me with that all the time. No, I've not been guillotined in 2 or 3 years, except for Camille Wilk. You get a bit of a shout out for there, Camille. And then I went to my half guard game. We did a lot of work on Lachlan Giles' half guard series. So I went to my half guard game and he was wrapping my head and I could feel him getting frustrated. Covering the mouth was more of a psychological trick. Like, you're not going to get tired, man. He's a UFC fighter. But it was more like, look, this is my stage. I know you're a fantastic kid, but I'm not afraid of this. I'm going to get the crowd going. I'm going to get the brass going. I'm going to get you going. And I'm going to try and raise both of our stocks. He was wrapping my chin and just before here, man, I have no idea where I put it. It's a good gum shield as well. So I've lost my gum shield. I can't find it. So went into the match without a gum shield and I thought, Christ, if he catches me in a choke, I can only bite into that. So to save you for a long ramble, he went for a chin strap and ended up like here. And then when it came out, he I think his frustration got to him. And I said in the match, look at your thumb, there's nothing there. It is what it is. So I hope there's no bite gate because that would really mar the work I've put in, you know?
Yeah, so it was a fantastic performance today. The crowd was really on your side. It was kind of coming in at 11 days notice is very much the underdog story. Can you talk to me about your preparation, the things that you've done leading into this match? I know personally today I've seen you coaching people at a different grassroots tournament, probably at around 11 a.m. this morning, and now you're here victorious on the Polaris stage. Can you talk to me about that?
Yes, so one of my best friends, Stephen McBride, bit of a shout out for you there, lad. He was competing along with the club against many people's better judgment, including some of the people who I love the most. I went down and just coached the guys down there. Grappling's a community sport. It's a team sport. I don't give a shit what anybody says. And they're my team. They're the people who pay my salary, they're the people who get me out of bed in the morning, and they're the people who I do this for, along with myself and everybody else. So that was at Empire Grappling over in Wales, run by Jake Cross. Fantastic event, best regional tournament you're going to find anywhere in the UK. I wouldn't be surprised if you see that all over the world in the next 20 years. But to come in on 11 days notice, my prep was this. I got up, I trained, I sprint, I went to sleep, I trained, I went to sleep. And then I got up, I trained, I sprint, I went to sleep. I did that for 8 days. Unfortunately, I had some medium injuries in the middle of the camp that I thought was gonna make a problem, which is in fact why I'm sporting the war beard right now. So I can tell you a bit about that if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I got caught in, of all things, a mounted Ezekiel choke, can you believe? And it moved and ripped my chin open. You won't be able to see it well, but I might send you a photo afterwards if you want to overlay it or something. But it jagged ripped to hospital to get it glued up. They couldn't glue it in time, so my training camp was cut short sort of Tuesday afternoon. So I didn't do any grappling at all since Tuesday. And I just spent that time trying to eat clean and fight anxiety. Yeah.
Beautiful. It was a brilliant performance today. You obviously called out Paddy Pimblett or Stevie Ray, the winner of that. Again, you're an active ref or judge in the community. Can you talk to me about why you particularly want to fight one of those guys?
So first of all, like the last thing that I'd want this to come across is a disrespectful sort of thing. Chris is a legend. Paddy's a legend. Like, you know, I've watched Paddy from riding the cage with Chris in Cage Warriors to freaking flying triangling guys off the cage. If I'm licking my lips, my mouth's super dry. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I want their stock, right? They've got much higher stock than I have. They've got a load of fans. I feel like I can bring something exciting. I feel like as I rise up through the ranks, like I can't call out a Ross Nichols or something like that. You kick my ass, right? I'm not fake about this. You know, I want to be the best, but I'm not there yet. So I think those guys are better than the position I'm in at the moment. I'm still brown belt, but both of those guys are people I respect dearly, people who are in great shape, people who I can test my game against, and people who will mean that I'll be back on the main card of Polaris, baby.
Beautiful. Any final thoughts or comments?
Final thoughts or comments? I am exhausted. 15 minutes is super hard. Yeah, maybe main card isn't the best idea. No, final thoughts and comments are Polaris is brilliant. Everybody knows this is the peak for grappling, so I'm super excited. Scramble Academy Leeds. In Leeds, we've been going 2 years and we're producing this level of talent. Fred Greenall, who also competed tonight and beat Kieran Davin, who is just a monster and also a gentleman. And all of the community that support me, I love you guys dearly. You are why I do this.